Hi, I'm Tom Pettit, owner of Living Heritage Tours, and I'm excited to announce that my 2022 Youth Church History Tour is now open for registration. Of all the tours I lead, the annual Youth Church History Tour is my absolute favorite one to do. I'm excited to take another great group of youth to these sacred sites and tell them the stories of the restoration. But when we visit the sites of the restoration, we won't just focus on the dates, the location, and the events that occurred there. We are going to focus on how the lessons learned at each site can help us in our everyday life grow closer to the Savior. I love church history, and I love telling the stories because of the revealed truths, the clarity of God's love for His children, and the inspiring stories of those early saints. This year, we will visit all the sacred sites of the Restoration, which the youth have been learning about in seminary, including the Sacred Grove, the Hill Cumorah, the Priesthood Restoration Site, Fayette, Grandin's Print Shop, Carthage Jail, the Susquehanna River, Nauvoo, Kirtland, Adirondack, Liberty Jail, and a whole lot more. Plus, we're going to spend a couple of days in Washington, D.C. And during the tour, you will hear the history, the personal accounts, and the stories of the events surrounding the restoration of the gospel of Jesus Christ. By the time you return home, you will have heard the history of the church from 1805 to 1846. You will witness the restoration, the Doctrine and Covenants, and church history come alive as you hear the stories and read the revelations at the actual sites where they took place. Our Youth Church History Tour begins in Kansas City, Missouri, and it ends in Rochester, New York. Attendees can fly with the group from Salt Lake City or meet the group in Kansas City. This arrangement allows youth from all over the country to attend this special, life-changing adventure. I'll be there to tell the stories. Plus, you will hear from the on-site, set-apart missionaries who will also teach and testify of the restored gospel. Now, don't confuse this with school. You will learn a lot, and you will probably feel and recognize the Spirit in ways you haven't yet experienced, but we will also have a ton of fun along the way. I will take 100 youth on 2 buses, so I'm going to need some help with that. I bring along with me 4 chaperones. My chaperones are usually recently returned sister missionaries who bring a contagious passion for the gospel to the tour. They are living proof that living the gospel can bring so much happiness into our lives. And they're anxious to share their testimonies, their knowledge of the gospel, and their righteous examples with those that join the tour. Although I don't have a minimum age requirement, most attendees are high school, juniors, seniors, and recently graduated students. We also usually have a few attendees that have already received their mission calls. You are guaranteed to room with your friends or family members. Just let me know who you want to room with, and I'll make sure it happens. Many attendees come on their own. I can help you find 1, 2, or 3 roommates. Each hotel room has 2 queen-size beds, and you can choose if you want to share a room with just 1 other person, 2 others, or 3 other youth. We often have others outside the youth age range that want to join this tour, and that's okay. We have had parents and grandparents join in the past. In fact, we've even had whole families join too. But the pace of the tour is designed for teenagers, and I will relate the historical information and the scriptures to that age group. After the tour, you should expect to return home with greater faith, a stronger testimony, and a determination to always be a disciple of your Savior. Also, expect to return home with friendships that will last a lifetime. For all the details and to register, please visit livingheritagetours.com and then scroll down to the June 2022 Youth Church History Tour. Or you can simply follow the link found in the video description below. There's also a second link below that, if clicked, you can read what past attendees have said about this Youth Church History Tour. And please let me know if you have any questions as you consider this once-in-a-lifetime spiritual and testimony building experience. The website again is livingheritagetours.com, or you can email me at livingheritagetours@gmail.com, or you can call 801-573-0357. I look forward to meeting with you soon.